New York State Attorney General Letitia James's trial against Donald Trump and his adult children and others is still going. It's in the fourth week now, and there have been lots of witnesses from both insiders inside the Trump organization as well as outsiders. Donald Trump has shown up with his circus carnival-like crowd in tow as well, to make speeches in between his court appearances, or in between the court appearances, even though he doesn't have to show up because it's a civil case. He's choosing to be there. And he's choosing to be there for certain people, I think, to intimidate them and stare them down and hope that they are not going to testify. And one of them is Michael Cohen, his longtime fixer, also a podcaster here on the MeidasTouch network, and somebody who is the key witness, one of the key witnesses in the Stormy Daniels election interference case that DA Alvin Bragg, the Manhattan DA, is prosecuting. But he's also testifying here in the Letitia James Attorney General valuation of assets fraud. And he testified today. He faced down Donald Trump, and it's been reported that Donald Trump was scowling at him, sat with his arms crossed. And Michael Cohen, he's the guy who, when he testified before Congress, he's the one who prompted Letitia James, based on what he said, Michael Cohen, about the valuation of assets, that Donald Trump was inflating them to make them worth more and to make his net worth more so he could borrow money off of those assets, or he would make them worth less if he wanted to pay less taxes. And he's the one who blew the whistle on this scheme that Donald Trump had going. Letitia James opened up an investigation and has found that Donald Trump did this to the tune of over $1 billion. So Michael Cohen now is testifying today. He's not without peril, right? Don't forget, he was prosecuted federally for engaging in all sorts of activities on behalf of Donald Trump, in addition to his own tax fraud. He also was convicted of lying to Congress. So he's going to be cross-examined on all of those types of things, but he has come clean. He has made it his life's work to make up for his transgressions on behalf of Donald Trump and being Donald Trump's fixer. And he's testifying publicly today, and he is going to talk about all of these issues, exactly what he did. He testified, it's been reported that he testified that he did it on behalf of Donald Trump. He called him Mr. Trump. And if Trump said, I want something to be worth a particular number, Michael Cohen would have to fudge all other numbers to get to the ultimate number that Trump wanted. So this is absolutely key testimony in showing that Donald Trump intended to defraud people, and that it was him doing it. And so this is absolutely devastating testimony. Interestingly, today, there was somebody in the courtroom coming to watch. It was reported that Assistant District Attorney and Executive Assistant District Attorney, she holds two titles, Susan Hoffinger, who works for Manhattan DA's office. She works for Alvin Bragg, and she's the chief of the investigation division and the lead trial lawyer prosecuting Trump. She is the prosecutor who prosecuted the Trump organization and got the 17-count tax convictions with Alan Weisselberg, who testified. And now she's the lead prosecutor in the case against Trump that's scheduled to go next May in front of Judge Juan Merchan, where Trump is charged with many counts of, I think it's 34 counts of falsifying a business record, which is a felony for when he did the hush money payments in order for the election to suppress the information that he had an affair with a porn star and not declare it, and then gross up the money and hide it as wages to Michael Cohen, even though it wasn't wages, it was just paying him back, right? The money that he did.
Good health starts with good habits. Quip makes it easy by delivering all the oral care essentials you need to care for your mouth. Every time you pop Quip's new mints, you'll be caring for your mouth inside and out. Bold mint flavor keeps your breath confidently fresh, and you'll get a boost of vitamin D. Quip's gum prevents cavities and it freshens breath when chewed for 20 minutes after eating. It's sugar-free and has tooth-friendly xylitol with 0 calories. It's also long-lasting mint flavor with a crunchy tri-layer design. The slim, travel-ready dispenser, available in 5 colors, metal or plastic, packs and protects up to 10 pieces of gum or mints at a time and fits in just about any purse or pocket for on the go. And so, you know, the mint gum isn't all Quip has to offer. The electronic toothbrush has time sonic vibrations with 30-second pulses to guide a dentist-recommended 2-minute clean, and Quip's water flosser hits all the right spots with gentle or deep clean pressure at the touch of a button. I truly have Quip to thank for my entire dental care routine, and I don't know where I'd be without them. If you go to getquip.com/legalaf right now, you'll get 20% off any electric toothbrush, mint and gum dispenser, water flosser. That's your 20% off any electric toothbrush, mint and gum dispenser, water flosser at getquip.com/legalaf, spelled getquip.com/legalaf. That's getquip.com/legalaf. Quip, the good habits company.
So Susan is in court because Michael Cohen is one of her key witnesses in that trial, and it's responsible to go see how is your witness doing? How's he going to do on the stand? How is he going to do under oath? How is he going to hold up on cross? What is he saying? Because think about it, right? There is peril that comes with calling someone like Michael Cohen, who has these prior convictions, one of them for lying, and a prosecutor, or I should say a defense attorney, could make all sorts of hay with that information, right? About how he lied under oath in front of Congress. You raised your right hand, you swore to tell the truth, and you sat there and you lied. And here you came into this courtroom and you raised your right hand and you swore to tell the truth, and, you know, whatever. Like you can see the arguments that you can make to say this person would lie for, you know, to save his own soul. And P.S., he had no problem doing the bidding of Donald Trump back then. Why now? Why has he changed his tune now? It's to get revenge. In fact, that's the title of his book, Revenge. And so you don't believe him. I mean, those are all the things that any defense attorney is going to say. And so Susan wants to see, I'm sure, how he holds up under cross-examination, right? She's going to see how he holds up, how he does, and also see what evidence comes out. I mean, don't forget, the DA's office still has an open investigation into a criminal investigation into the very exact thing that this is this trial that's going on by the Attorney General, the same subject matter, because the Attorney General, her case is civil. It's a civil fraud case. There's a parallel investigation criminally by the Manhattan DA's office. That was the case, don't forget, that was a joint investigation under Cy Vance, the former Manhattan DA, and Letitia James, the current Attorney General, where the special prosecutor, Mark Pomerantz, was brought in to investigate the criminal aspect of this. And Mark Pomerantz, along with some other ADAs, thought that there was enough to go into the grand jury. Cy Vance asked them to hold off just because he thought it should be the new DA, Alvin Bragg's decision, because he's going to have to live with the indictment. He was already handing Alvin Bragg an indictment into the Trump Organization and Alan Weisselberg, and that one was ready to go to trial, rather than saddle him on his first day with a brand new indictment against Trump. Let him make the decision, because it is a little bit of a tricky case criminally. It's absolutely civil, but it's a little bit of a tricky case criminally. But that's the case that Mark Pomerantz did not agree with Alvin Bragg's decision to press pause and to try to get more evidence. And so he resigned, leaked his resignation letter, wrote a book, et cetera, et cetera. And Alvin Bragg has said that investigation is still ongoing. And since Mark Pomerantz resigned, a couple of things have happened and come to light. Number one, Donald Trump actually sat for a deposition in this civil case that he's on trial for and answered questions for 7 hours. So that's a lot of information that the DA's office has that they didn't have before. And now the trial, they're going to see how the evidence comes in. How are the witnesses doing? And more importantly, how's Michael Cohen doing, since he's so key? He's not the only thing, but he's definitely important to these prosecutions. So it makes sense that the Manhattan DA's office would have a representative there. And it makes sense it would be the ADA who's prosecuting the case. And she's going to see how it goes. And we'll see how Michael Cohen does during all of this testimony and see how he holds up under cross. I give him a lot of credit to come and face down the biggest bully in chief that there is, the witness intimidator in chief. And he's doing it, and he's doing the right thing. And hopefully it holds up. So that's what's going on right now. And no matter what Donald Trump says during his press conferences in between court appearances, we at the MeidasTouch Network are going to bring you facts that are totally objective. And, they are what they are. And it doesn't matter if it's red or blue or, if it goes along with what we might think personally or not. We try to bring facts and truth in this crazy world of misinformation. And so that's what's going on here. Full disclosure, I work for a firm. I'm of counsel to a firm. It's called Danya Perry Law that represents Michael Cohen. I have nothing to do with it, but I just want to put that out there that I am affiliated with the firm that represents Michael Cohen, just to be fully transparent in everything. I'm just reading and I'm basing all of this based on what I see in the news. Anyway, I'm Karen Friedman Agnifilo with Legal AF, and it's thank you so much for listening.
Hey, Meidas Mighty, love this report? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram @MeidasTouch to keep up with the most important news of the day. What are you waiting for? Follow us now.